Welcome back, Guardians. Part 2 is now underway of the story mode completion for the Dark Below. Miss Eris Morn has supplied us with 6 missions this time around for the story continuation. The first 3 were on a video that I put up earlier today, so if you want to know how to get this far, be sure to watch that video first. It's also on how you acquire the legendary fusion rifle Murmur. So after you complete the first 3, you get Murmur. After Murmur, you get a mission called the Extermination. Now, what you have to do for that is simple. You need to kill 25 Hive Knights and Wizards. Not each, just collectively, 25 of them. So what I recommend you guys to do is what I'm doing right here. Go all the way to the summoning pits on the moon, get to this point right here, and you pretty much need to only wipe one time. You get through the first 2 waves, get all the way up to Moo Moo, kill the last couple Knights, and then you let Moo Moo kill you, and then all of a sudden, you have this completed. It's like the quickest way that I know of to get Knights and Wizards out of the way so fast. It just took like 5 minutes, to be honest. It was just over and quick and done with in no time. So to complete this one, take that advice, get ahead of the game a little bit. So after you've accomplished that, take it back to Eris at the tower, turn them in, and pick up 3 new ones. And these are, in fact, bounties. You have to hunt down creatures while going through the patrol on the Cosmodrome. I'm going to show you exactly how to get there. And the reason this is important is because there's no, like, markers or advice or maps or anything to point to. So you need to know exactly where these are located in advance. So follow these paths. You pretty much go out of the left from the steps. You head all the way through the Moth Yards, heading wide up here to this complex right up here. Oh, he just ditched me. What a dick. No signal or nothing. What a prick. Anyways, Destiny drivers, man. So we're going to park our guy right there, and you're going to keep running through this little system right here. Now, you can follow this in a line and accomplish all 3 of them. We are now officially in the Lunar Complexes, which is where you find the first one of these that you have to do. Over there in the right corner where you see my buddy right there, there's kind of a creature, a thrall, bent over. I don't know what's going on. But you shoot it, and it activates, just a hailstorm. These guys just come out of nowhere and start just dropping cursed thralls and everything right in your lap. It's a little challenging. Make sure you don't get blowed up, but it happens. You want to find the big knight running around, and you want to end his life, and upon doing so, ends this part, and you move on to the next one, too. And you can see right there, I'm, like, narrowly surviving because all the cursed thralls everywhere. Look at that guy with the super hops right there. I know, you're a Caucasian. It's okay. So you're going to kill these guys as I mop these guys up, allowing my friend to go ahead and put some damage into the big guy. This one is actually a pretty fun one. One last Murmur poke to the butt, and that's all you need. It's all she wrote. So the Hand of Kuroda is officially over. So now we're going to speed this up, and we're going to run across to the other one and start doing the second bounty that she gave us. You're going to have to avoid a lot of creatures that are fighting each other right there, and you're going to keep going through basically right above the area where the prior and original loot cave was located. So now we're in Skywatch, and you got to head all the way up here to this building. Now, you're going to stay to the right the whole time and just follow this pathway and staircase till you get to the terrestrial complex. This is where you find the final one. Now, this one, you jump out and you see this guy, like, sitting over this, like, pot vomiting or something, and you just come over here and you steal his vomit. And, you know, he gets a little insensitive about it, and then he comes back to life or something, and you kill this guy, too. Dropship comes in, dropping in a couple yellow names. You end their lives, and you accomplish the Eyes mission. Now, this is where things get tricky, and in case you guys mixed up, there is the third and final one, even though I said this one was the final one, and I said that because this is, like, the order that I did them in. If you go on beyond those doors that you see back there behind where all the creatures are wrecking me from right now, if you go through those doors, you can keep following them to get to the third one, but I will show you where to get there from the spawn. It's kind of taking the right way versus the left way that we did initially for the first one. So you drop their Eyes of Kuroda, these guys are done for, you mop them up, and now we have that one done. So now the third and final one, you can, again, either go up that ramp and continue on, or you can head straight back to the steps and take this path all the way to the right. Now, it's the same way that you would be going if you were going to head to the spin metal farm. I guess you could probably start on the Devil's Lair. I'm not sure if that will actually accommodate this mission or not. But you travel and you pass through it as much as you can. You head all the way back here, get through the loading screen, through the rocket yard, and follow the yellow brick road. So that's pretty much simple, straightforward. You get in here and you're going to find a guy hovering over something else too, and you activate the whole thing upon killing him, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Another thing spawns, which this time is a wizard. You wreck this wizard, and you're able to push on through the rest of the missions. So now the bounties are over. You can return back to Eris, turn them in for a nice pat on the back, a little bit of reputation, and a new mission called the Disciples of Kuroda, where you are officially capable of doing the Nightfall and the Strike, which will in fact lead you up to Omnigel, the Will of Kuroda. And she is a bitch, like all kinds of a bitch, like the kind of chick that would just like eat potato chips on your pillow and just leave the crumbs there. Like, she's the worst kind of person ever. She is extremely tanky and hard to get to because of the amount of night protection she has around her. So when you do get in here, have fun with it. It is currently this week's Nightfall. But again, if you guys want to continue and beat all of the story missions from Eris Morn, you got to go ahead and do this, and you can find it yourself and you can locate it. It's, I believe, a 26 strike. And you just lead through as you would any other strike. It's quite easy to do. I will actually have that Nightfall gameplay up, and you can find it at the end of this video if you guys want to see exactly how it plays out and, you know all the waves and exactly how to get to this point, including a really awesome exotic, one of the new exotics that dropped at the end of that. But for the most part, complete this where you can so that all the story missions are officially over, and you also get a warlock bond or a class item specifically set for your character when you do complete this part too. So again, thank you for your time. So if I can direct your attention to the left video, you can find out exactly how to do the first 3 story missions and acquire Murmur. You can check the right for the live Nightfall and see my exotic drops.